I realised this is how I start all my live streams. Just I think this is live. We'll wait and see if people pop up in the chat. But yeah, as always, I'm live streaming from my phone, so it's pretty up in the air as to whether the internet's going to cut out at any point, but who knows. Anyway, yeah, today I'm going to be discussing anything that you guys want, really. So just sort of hop in the live chat, ask questions, Doctor Who 60th anniversary stuff. We've started recently filming the third and final instalment of our Doctor Who fan film. There's a lot of Series 14 stuff. I mean, I say there's a lot of Series 14 stuff. Not that much Series 14 Doctor Who-y stuff is actually happening at the moment because there's a lot of studio filming. So it's all out of the public eye. But yeah, no, we'll see what happens. 11 viewers. Hello, people. Let's try and get the chat up on my computer. Here we go. Moderation activity. Blah, 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 blah. William Bryce. Heyo. Hello, William Bryce. Joe Ross. Cars Forever. Oscar. The Scamp. Pat. Hello, everyone. George Parker. Hello, hello, hello. How are we all today? Yeah, ask away. Ask any Doctor Who related questions. I've realised I haven't posted a video a proper Doctor Who news video for like, I don't know, about 2 weeks now, because I've been really busy with uni work and making the fan film. We did a really cool 3-day fan film shoot where we had Daleks and Davros and all that jazz. If you haven't already, you can go and check out the Doctor Who Echo 3. I don't have a title yet, which is why the teaser says Echo 3, but yeah, the Scamp says, love the fan film. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm glad you liked it. But yeah, ask any Series 14, Series 15 related questions as well if you've got any. Because I know there's a few things, because Doctor Who magazine came out like, oh, I don't know, I think Thursday of last week or this week or whenever week. But within that magazine, it was they talked about filming with drones or something with Shooty, and they had like drones zipping around the TARDIS console room, which is pretty cool because yeah, that's I know, like Doctor Who big budget stuff. But oh right, some stuff in the live chat. Joe says, what do you think the 15th Doctor Sonic is going to look like? That is a really cool question because we know the 14th Doctor, so David Tennant's new incarnation of the Doctor, has his own screwdriver. We've only seen like really leaked, like fuzzy, blurry pictures where you can't really make out what it actually fully looks like. It's only sort of vague shape. But yeah, David Tennant's 14th Doctor has his own screwdriver. I think Shooty's going to be fresh because I think what they're doing is they're doing big 60th anniversary special that's all nostalgia everywhere. Remember this, guys? We love David Tennant, we love Catherine Tate, and obviously there's the rumours and the leaks that there's classic companions such as Mel Bush who are going to crop up in the 60th. But yeah, you've got the big celebration of the show's past for the 60th, and then going on from that point, I think it's going to be new Shooty Gapware everything. So yeah, I reckon there'll be a new Sonic. I think it's going to be an orange light because I don't think, obviously you had the laser screwdriver back in like 2007, but I don't think they've ever done a proper sort of Sonic screwdriver that has an orange light, which could be quite cool because Shooty's costume and all the colours he's sort of been seen wearing are all orange, vibrant, bright colours, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I reckon orange Sonic, it'll be its own unique design. That's as much as I know. Swizz says, is Christopher Eccleston included anywhere in the 60th? Probably not, realistically. I mean, I really love Christopher Eccleston and the 9th Doctor, but he has said many a time he doesn't want to come back to the show of Doctor Who. For those of you who don't know, which I'm presuming you all do, but he does the Big Finish audio dramas as the 9th Doctor. And I think there is... So technically, Christopher Eccleston, you will get some new 9th Doctor content for the 60th anniversary, but it won't be in the TV show. He's doing this audio drama, I believe, which is pretty cool. I don't really listen to much Big Finish because they're very expensive, but I'm sure they're great stories, and I know there's a lot of people out there who do, so yeah, go and listen to, yeah, that audio drama. I'm not sponsored, by the way. Enjoyed seeing your Weston-super-Mare photos. Thank you. Yeah, we did a shoot day on the beach in Weston-super-Mare, which was quite fun. It was freezing cold, though, and there's a special shout-out to an actor. I'm not going to give any spoilers here, but someone from the Echoes cast had to lie in, like, not the sea, but close to the sea, so they were all damp, freezing cold, and it was like 3 degrees outside. They were on the floor, like fake blood and prosthetics and water everywhere, and it was freezing cold, but we pulled through. We got a good shoot. The wind was awful as well, but we had these on the mic so that the wind is not as prominent, you know, filmmaking and such. But yeah, no, it was a good day on the beach. Echo, maybe, with the 3 at the front. That's quite cool. That's like a nice marketing thing from Cyberfan. Oscar Knox says, what do you think is the most underrated episode, and have you been to Edinburgh? I have never been to Edinburgh. I've only been to Scotland, like, a few times, a handful of times, maybe even, like, 3 times, I don't know. I'm not up north of England, so I'm not that near Scotland, but I don't know, Edinburgh sounds cool. Shout out to Edinburgh. But what was your actual question? Sorry. Most underrated episode. Underrated. There's a lot of underrated Doctor Who episodes, I think. I think this is going to annoy some people, but because I always bang on about it, but Series 10 of Doctor Who. The general public, it's underrated to the general public. Obviously, within niche Doctor Who circles, people give Series 10 a lot of praise, but I think the general public, not many people watched Series 10, and they just sort of assumed, like, oh, Peter Capaldi, he's the old Doctor, that's not cool. But no, I love Series 10. Anything from Series 10 is underrated, I'd say. Opinions on the Tardis leak, says Ross Larkin. Ooh, yeah. Well, some of you may have noticed I did make a video on this leaked TARDIS, including a video and some photos, which I'm not going to encourage you to go and look at, because the BBC were not very happy with that video, thus it is no longer on the channel. Yeah, no, the TARDIS leak is, and I get why, obviously, they took the video down, because it's you don't want to ruin the moment, but my thinking when I made the video was, well, everybody on Twitter and YouTube is already talking about the leak, so what's one video going to do? But little did everyone who made a video on it know, they've all been taken down by the BBC, which is fair enough. But yeah, I'd say if you can, because it's very difficult to come across now, don't go looking for that TARDIS leak, because if you can wait until the 60th, and then you get to see this really, really nice design of a TARDIS for the first time on screen, that will be better. So hold off, people. But yeah, no, my opinion of it, I think it's great. It's clearly the most high budget one they've ever done. Kind of, yeah, I'm not going to spoil what it looks like, but yeah, no, very cool TARDIS. I'm intrigued to see where the lighting with it goes, though. That's, yeah, the lighting of the TARDIS. Have you seen the leaked image of the TARDIS? Yes, I have. Yeah. The Scamp. Do you think Tom Baker could or should return one final time? Now, Tom Baker, I think Chris Chibnall said this a few times, but Tom Baker was asked to come back for the Power of the Doctor, the centenary episode, like the latest episode of the show that aired in like October, I think. But he sadly couldn't make it. Whether that was personal reasons, or he was just busy doing other stuff, or he just didn't want to come back, or worried of COVID, because obviously it was filmed like pandemic era. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it would be really nice to see Tom Baker come back, but the good thing is he did get a really, really nice, almost Doctor Who goodbye in the form of the Curator from the 50th anniversary. So yeah, there's other Doctors that would be really cool if they did come back. But yeah, seeing Tom Baker whenever would be really cool. But yeah, what other questions do we have? Jamie Radcliffe, shout out to Jamie Radcliffe, Radcliffeus from the Echoes End 2, and he'll be in Echoes End 3, says he got offered 10k to leak Echoes 3 plot points. Thoughts? I think you should take the money, and then we could use that money to actually have a budget for the third film. That's a genius plan. So anyone with £10,000 out there that wants to just throw it our way, that would be lovely. But yeah, yeah, keep it top secret, Jamie, top secret. Jack McFadden asks, if you were RTD, When do you think it would be a good time to reveal a returning Doctor prior to the 60th anniversary? I don't know. Will there even be returning Doctors is the big question. Because obviously, in terms of nostalgia and bringing back the general public, we've got David Tennant as the lead role. So you've got a returning Doctor technically. I know he's the 14th, but you've got a returning Doctor in some form. Yeah, Peter Capaldi said he doesn't really want to come back, which is very sad because he's my favourite Doctor, but I get that, fair enough. Like, he's an actor, it's a job at the end of the day. If he wants to do something else with his life, that's completely fair. Eccleston, as I talked about earlier in the stream, doesn't seem too keen on just Doctor Who TV in general. Matt Smith, he does have, or did have at least while they were filming, the quiff hair that his 11th Doctor had, so yeah, there's a real possibility of Smith coming back. I think he's the only viable one that's possibly going to come back. I don't know though, because he was in America, I think, and yeah, who knows. But also, like, Jodie Whittaker would come back, but she just left, so it would completely undermine the dramatic resonance of the 13th Doctor's regeneration if she was back in the 60th. But yeah, no, I think, yeah, if there is another Doctor in the 60th, I don't want them to announce it, because imagine the hype of another Doctor like Matt Smith just shows up out the blue. Like, imagine how cool that would be. The internet would go mental, viewing figures would skyrocket on the iPlayer, etc. Yeah, I think it would be really cool. And if I was Russell, going back to your original question, Jack, if I was Russell, I wouldn't announce it. Because if there is another Doctor, they've kept it secret this long, they can keep it secret a little bit more. It'd be pretty cool. Is Echoes 3 the last Echoes end film, or do you have any plans for the future? Yeah, I know, and I have known for years, where the Echo saga of fan films ends, and where it ends is where this third film will end, and all the characters will have completed their character arcs and their journeys, and yeah, that is... that doesn't mean to say in the future, like, there's no immediate plans, but in the future there might be like a minisode about, oh, this is happening within the Echo universe, or I don't know. But yeah, the main Echo saga, it's a trilogy, so we've got film 1, film 2 already out, film 3 is on the way, then that's done. But obviously there could be little bits and bobs here and there, but there won't be another feature-length Echo film, at least for years and years and years. Who knows, maybe in 25 years we'll do the Echo revival, and yeah, who knows. But we'll probably have actual jobs by then, so, or at least hopefully will. Right, where are we? Am I the only one who writes Doctor Who episodes in my head? No, I do that all the time. Parallel Visuals says, what made you want to start making fan films, and who are your main inspirations? So I've sort of always been interested in making films and writing and telling stories. Before I was fascinated with Doctor Who, like as a child, I'd always do like write Wizard of Oz stories and stuff set it within that universe. So I don't know. Everything everything I've watched inspires me. Like, I take little bits from loads of different TV shows and directors and actors and loads of different stuff, combine it all together. Yeah, and fan films are just fun. Like, there's a load on YouTube, but yeah. Where are we? How are your fan films funded, or do you just cover the costs yourself because you enjoy doing it? Yeah, so I make money from YouTube with the ads and the videos, which is why it's really helpful when you guys subscribe and like and share, etc., because it helps me get money, and some of that money, most of that money, goes towards just like living, so shopping and buying stuff while I'm at uni, and as much of it as I can use goes towards the fan film, because yeah, I just have to fund it out of YouTube earnings, because yeah, one, it's not an official BBC product, so there's no like company backing it. It is just, yeah, me off my own back trying to buy props, do all this, make props, and yeah, it's quite fun because there's a big group of us, big collaborative group. Everyone brings stuff and helps out where they can. Yeah, it's vibey. Oscar Knox, do you remember the Toys R Us video that you made? Oh, I do. I remember that Toys R Us video. For those of you who care, don't No, you can search it up on YouTube. It's got a weird amount of decent. It's got a decent amount of views, but it's a trash video. It's like me as a very young child going like, "Oh wow, I'm in Toys R Us and there's a Dalek," and I haven't watched it in years, and I hope I never have to watch it again. I recently bought the Star Beast comics, says William Bryce. I think, I've never read them, but I think, correct me if I'm wrong, those are the comics which have Beep the Meep in, and those are the comics which are allegedly inspiring the 60th anniversary, because obviously, it's confirmed now in the trailer, we've seen a Meep. Whether it's Beep still seems to be remains. It seems to be... See, you know what I mean. Beep the Meep's probably in the 60th anniversary. And yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, no, you can also read them online. Yeah, that's cool. I've never been a massive comic reader, but I think if I can get my hands on the Star Beast comics, the Doctor Who Beep the Meep stuff, I'll do that before the 60th, just to sort of prep myself going into it. Do you think there is a possibility that someone from the Sarah Jane Adventures cast could return, either a recurring role or as a one-episode return for RTD2? Well, on the topic of that, Katie Manning said the other day at, I think it was the BFI, so they do these screenings where they put on like classic Doctor Who episodes, and I think it was the Sea Devil episode to promote the new box set or something, because I know Katie Manning did a mini episode where she saw baby Sea Devils like a month or two back. But yeah, Katie Manning said at one of these BFI events, there are spin-offs coming, there are returning characters coming, and she'd like to be a little part of bits here and there rather than sort of the star of her own show, which is pretty cool. And that means Russell's probably been in contact. She probably knows roughly what's going on. Obviously, it's not official confirmation direct from Disney Plus or the BBC, but yeah, pretty cool. And I do think we are going to get spin-offs. The big rumour at the moment is a unit spin-off. Now, what that would actually look like, I don't really know, but yeah, unit spin-off could be pretty cool. Yeah, as I say though, I don't know whether that would happen. I mean, I'd also... Obviously, Katie Manning said she doesn't want to have a series, like, on her own. But, yeah, a Jo Grant Adventures would be quite cool. Oh, my lighting is collapsing here. But, yeah, no, it would be pretty funky, I think. Let's stay light. Yeah, no, I think they should. They should do a series with Rani, which I think they are doing on Big Finish, which is the audio dramas again. But, yeah, no, do it. That'd be pretty cool. Right. Where is the chat? Sorry, tech skills again. Skills with a Z. Whoa. What do you think about the idea of the 10th Doctor returning and meeting the 14th? Tennant meets Tennant. That would be pretty funny. It would be a good comic relief sketch. I don't think it should happen in the actual show, unless you do it years down the line, where you've got a big multi-Doctor story and a 10th Doctor meets the 14th Doctor, like a younger David Tennant meets an older David Tennant. That would be really fun. But yeah, I don't know. Pretty cool. Pretty cool idea. Most underrated Doctor. That's a very good question. Possibly Eccleston, because at least out of the New Who ones, people don't give him as much credit as I'd expect them to be. Like, it's rare to hear someone say Eccleston's their favourite Doctor, but I think the impact he had on the show is, like, undeniable, and yeah, he was very, very good. So, I don't know, because none of them are really that underrated. Like, they all have massive groups of fans in certain places, so I don't know. I'm going to go Eccleston. Eccleston gets my vote. Yeah, right. Have you seen Russell T Davies' TV show Dark Season? I have not. I do not know what that is, but it sounds cool. What does Echoes 3 mean? Echoes 3 is me promoting our Doctor Who fan film, the third instalment of the Doctor Who Echo Saga, which we're filming at the moment. We've done 3 days shooting. We had 2 Daleks and Davros for one of those days. We did a day on Western Beach. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but yeah, it's fun times, very cool. We had a really nice and expensive camera, which I've borrowed from somewhere for those days of shooting, which was really cool. But yeah, no, I'm very excited about that fan film, and to bring it to you guys in the near future should be quite fun. Hello, nice stream. Thank you, Bastian. I think, yeah, that's probably how you say it. Doctor Who's Magical Entertainment says, imagine if Doctor Who did a musical episode. Hearing the Doctor and Co burst into song might be great, but also cool. Yeah, if there's ever going to be a musical episode, it should be when they can sing. And I know that sounds obvious, but like, do it when there's a Doctor that can sing, because it would be very awkward if you did this really cool musical episode and the Doctor was just naff. Also, like, I mean, you could kind of do it for the 60th. You've got Neil Patrick Harris, who's like big performer. There are like whisperings of maybe there's a musical number in the 60th as well, because in the trailer he's like throwing rose petals and all of that. Also in the 60th, it's alleged that we've got Bonnie Langford, who's like one of the most famous British like theatre actresses. So yeah, why not? Go for a musical. Can David Tennant sing? I think Catherine... Yeah, no, he can, and so can Catherine Tate, because they did that Ballad of Russell and Julie, or whatever it was. So yeah, no, you know what? Let's turn the 60th into a musical. Let's start the hashtag. Go, BBC, and such. That minisode... Oh, chat's jumped. Sorry if I've missed any comments again. Once again, feel free to comment stuff. Like, double up your questions if I've missed it. What are your thoughts on a rumoured Torchwood prequel series? I think the rumoured Torchwood prequel thing came from one of the original Torchwood writers saying it would be cool to do a thing, rather than it actually being a real possibility. I don't know, because I think Captain Jack Harkness and John Barrowman is so integral to Torchwood, and obviously that's all been sort of soured in recent years, and the BBC don't really want to work with John Barrowman. So I don't know how as it would work, and as I mentioned earlier, there's the possibility, like the proper possibility, it's in the works maybe, that a Unit spin-off series is going to come to like BBC and Disney+. So, I don't know, Torchwood prequel maybe, but I don't know, would you ever be able to capture the original show, or would you want to do it completely different? I don't know. Doctor Who spin-offs, I'm up for anything, really. I'll take anything. Do you prefer the past, present, or future story episodes? Oh, I don't know. I think I prefer present day. I'm going to go with present day. It sounds boring, but I think the times the stakes are the highest and the moments where I'm like, oh my god, everything's gone wrong, is when it's set within the present day. Because, like, let's go like Army of Ghosts and Doomsday. You've got Cybermen. Oh, I'm back. You've got Cybermen, Daleks everywhere, flying around contemporary Earth, so it feels real. And then episodes like the Battle of Ranskorav Kolos, where it's off in space in the far future, it's like, who cares? But then equally, you've got the Doctor Falls, which is off in the far future and is one of the best, if not the best episode of all time. So, I don't know, but I'm going to go as a general thing, present day. Just saw the teaser and it looks almost BBC quality. Thank you very much. I'm glad you liked the teaser for the fan film. It means a lot. Sophie Ahmed asks, what do you think the storyline of Ncuti's first episode is going to be about? I genuinely don't know. I mean, I have no idea. I don't think any of us really do, because there's been no leaks on the Series 14 first episode. We've got Christmas, and apparently that giant weird yellow slug thing, which if you don't know what I'm talking about, I've put videos about it on the channel before, but there's this weird giant slug we've seen on filming for Series 14. Apparently it makes an appearance in the Christmas episode as well, but I don't know. I mean, we've had pictures of it, but I think those were from Block 1 of filming, and Block 1 of filming is something like, it's not for episodes 1, 2 or Christmas, it's for like episodes 4 or something, because they're all shooting it out of order, because obviously Ncuti Gatwa was wrapped up filming the Netflix the Netflix show Sex Education. Ncuti was busy filming all of that, so the Doctor Who's shooting schedule's been messed around. And also, normally just within TV you don't film episode 1 first. I mean, sometimes you do, but yeah. I don't know, I have literally no idea. Apparently they're filming episode 1 of Series 14 as we speak, like this time period now, which would be really funky, so we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully they do some public filming soon. I know they did a bit of filming in the nightclub called Prism in Cardiff, which is pretty cool. Whether it's actually a nightclub in the show or some sort of alien bar from the future or something, but yeah, be pretty cool. Dark Seasons is on BritBox. It's sort of like Doctor Who. That's pretty cool. I don't know what that is, but yeah, nice. If you had to spend your whole life wearing just one Doctor's costume, which would you choose? Probably Peter Capaldi's, because I kind of do that anyway. I mean, over there I have my Capaldi coat, which I just wear outside because it's a nice coat. And I don't know, it's quite comfortable. But to wear it every day, no, I'm still going to go with Capaldi's because it's the most normal looking as well. Like, you couldn't wear Jodie's to work or to walk down the high street without people going, what? Or like Colin Baker's, you couldn't wear that outside, do you know what I mean? Whereas Capaldi's you can kind of wear. Matt Smith's you could wear, but it would be a bit like, well, he's a bit strange. But I don't know. All of them would be cool. But I'm going to settle with Capaldi's. Maybe Shooty Gatwa's, actually, because his costumes look very, very snazzy, very stylish. A unit spin-off would be cool. Yeah, agreed 100%. Jake Pierce says, considering the unit spin-off rumours, I low-key would love it if they just called it Agents of Unit as a minor in-joke due to the connection with Disney, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with Marvel. Yeah, no, I've never actually watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the Marvel show, but yeah, that would be quite funny. Agents of Unit. I mean, this is the thing, though. If they did do the unit spin-off, who's it following? Like, who are the main characters? Kate Stewart? And not to be rude, because Gemma Redgrave's a great actress, and yeah, but does Kate Stewart have enough of a character to fully have her own series? Maybe. Hopefully. I mean, it depends on whatever the writing is. Gemma will give a brilliant performance no matter what, I presume. So, yeah, maybe. We'll have to wait and see. James Robert, who else has created their own 60th anniversary special? I have. Maybe that's a video that's coming in the near future of the channel, or has been in work since January, but then I got distracted. Ooh, mysterious. I'm aware Echoes 3 might take a while, by the way. If you get it finished in late October or November, just wait till the 23rd of November, because it's common sense for Doctor Who fan film in the 60th anniversary. Yeah, the only thing with releasing the third Echo film on the actual Doctor Who 60th anniversary is Doctor Who is probably going to be on the Doctor Who 60th anniversary, and it would get completely overshadowed by actual Doctor Who, and rightfully so, because I'm pretty sure actual Doctor Who is going to be a step up from Echoes End 3. But yeah, no, I don't know. I genuinely don't know when it's going to release, because filming days are really difficult, but there's lots of fun stores and stuff in the backup for that film. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoy when it does eventually come out. Do you think Shooty will beat Capaldi in the costume variants? Yeah, Shooty's already got like 2 different costumes, and we've only seen him filming 2 episodes, so I reckon he's going to have a slightly different costume each episode as he goes along, which is just, yeah, vibey, very nice. I still don't know what to think about the 6th Doctor's ensemble. Yeah, the 6th Doctor's costume is the only costume in Doctor Who history I out and out dislike. I don't get it. It's bizarre. It's such a weird choice. I mean, Colin Baker's Doctor, I mean, you've got the joke of, oh, his Doctor's nothing like his costume, but no. And I'd say Jodie's as well. It's too much, in my opinion. Like, the Doctor should wear clothes, kind of like Shooty does, from the images we've seen, where it's weird, but it's not too weird. It's not too ludicrous. You could imagine seeing someone walk down the street in it. You'd just be a bit like, oh, well, that's a bold choice, rather than like, what on earth is that? But yeah, I don't know. It'd be pretty cool. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is worth trying. Maybe I will. I don't know. Hello, Tharies. Tharies has whacked the eye emoji in chat. Very ominous. How are you, Mr. Thomas Harries, on this fine day? Mentioning November just made me realise we're somehow already in March. Yeah, it is weird how quick it's... Because since Power of the Doctor, that's October, November, December, January, February, March. It's been a while. Like, the 60th anniversary is really not that far out of sight, which is really cool, because genuinely can't wait. But yeah, I don't know. Pretty cool. Which Doctor would you totally trust with your life? None of them. None of them. The Doctor's really cool, great fictional character, but in real life, obviously I'd go because seeing the universe would be great and the TARDIS is cool and the Doctor's quite fun when he wants to be, but no, they're terrifying. The Doctor would probably get you killed in real life. I would not trust a single one of them with my life. Look at what happens to everyone that gets close to the Doctor. They die or they get sad. But then I suppose that happens in real life without the Doctor anyway. Everybody dies or gets sad or both. There's a bit of philosophy for you. Would you like to see Shooty in a Cyberman episode? Yes, Cybermen are my favourite villains, apart from the Master. So, yeah, give Shooty Cybermen. That'd be really cool. But I think give the Cybermen a break. And when they come back, give them body horror. Because Chibnall's Cybermen were very much the stompy, pew, pew, we're big war machine Cybermen, which I don't hate that, but I prefer the delving into the fact that they are people under there. Like, just like in Echo's End 2, you have half-converted Cybermen and exploring all of that. How does the conversion process work? And yeah, no, there's a lot to be done with Cybermen rather than just cool shooty robots. So hopefully Shooty Gatwa doesn't get shooty robots, he gets cool body horror creepy Cybermen. That would be really nice. What else have we got? When do you think we will get our trailer for Doctor Who Series 14? Well, I think what's going to happen, this is what I see envisioned for the marketing. We're going to get Comic-Con in the summer, which is going to give us a tiny tease of Shooty's stuff, but mainly a big 2.5 minute trailer, cinematic trailer for the 60th anniversary with Tennant, and then we'll have the 60th anniversary after that, directly after episode 3 of the 60th, where I think the 14th Doctor will regenerate into the 15th. We will get a teaser trailer for the upcoming Series 14 or Christmas episode, because I reckon there'll be Christmas episode. At the end of the Christmas episode, we'll get a Series 14 trailer, and then finally we'll get Series 14. But yeah, they're still filming it now, so it's still like well in the future. Hello, new people joining the chat. When do you think we'll get our trailer? Hugh Jackman would be the best actor to play the Doctor in a musical episode. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. No. I don't know. I think he doesn't have the eccentricity that the Doctor inherently needs. But it'd be interesting to see. Jodie grew on me, but Collins was just beyond my maximum ability to suspend disbelief. Yeah, no, I agree. Collins was bizarre. Collins was weird. He's a good Doctor, but weird costume. Colin Baker did say he pitched something like Nine's outfit. Yeah, no, I've heard that, and that does make sense. It's a shame he didn't... Colin was messed around by the BBC, though, like, just in everything, whether it be costume, them forcing him to leave the role, which obviously led to the infamous Sylvester McCoy in a wig for the regeneration, which is... It's bizarre, but yeah. Hello again, Saris. I'm glad you're doing well. Time is getting quicker. It is indeed. Dun, dun, dun. What Doctor Who casts you want to see from Marvel Universe? What Doctor Who? Do you mean like the cast members from Marvel I'd like to see in Doctor Who? I don't know. I think Tom Hiddleston. Which one's Tom Hiddleston? My mind's gone blank. Is he Loki? Is he? Someone tell me in the chat. Is he Loki? I think the actor of Loki would be a good Doctor. Is what I'm trying to say. He's very good. He's Loki. Yeah, this is the thing as well, right? Disney Plus. I've got a little bit of beef with you here. The Loki series from Marvel is just budget Doctor Who. You've got like the eccentric British man going around the timekeepers, who are these big evil. It's just Doctor Who, and he even goes to Pompeii when the volcano erupts. Loki is just a poor man's American Doctor Who. I mean, stick with normal Doctor Who, Disney Plus. But they've learnt their lesson because Doctor Who will be on Disney Plus. So, you know. James Robert is seeing Matt Smith next month. That is very exciting. I presume that's at a Comic-Con, which is, yeah, go for it. I have met Matt Smith and David Tennant at a Comic-Con before, and they are so nice. Yeah, they're really cool. So, yeah, good luck with that. Randall Wilson, what do you think of the DW 2012 fan series? I think it is brilliant. Luke is great, Meg is great, Dom is fantastic. And yeah, there's yeah, exciting stuff. Love DW 2012, and yeah, can't wait for the new episodes. Jake Pierce, since we're getting so much comicness from the 60th, I kind of want an appearance from Death's Head, a Transformers turned Marvel character. He did have apparently a canonical run-in with Seven. Pretty cool. I have no idea who that is, because as I said earlier, I don't really read comics, but yeah, go for it. Go for it. Do you think RTD will bring back Doctor or Companion-like episodes? Yes. No. Maybe. I don't know. Because this is the thing. Doctor Who's now down to, I think, lesser episodes. Obviously, the Jodie run, it was like 10 episodes. So I reckon we'll be getting... Yeah. I don't know. I kind of hope so, because Blink was really cool, but then I remember episodes like Love and Monsters, and I'm like, no. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Would you faint if you met David Tennant? No, but I would be in awe. He's an alpha male. And, I mean, I have met him, and I didn't faint, probably. That's what they all say. Can you put Doctor Who characters in A Christmas Carol? I swear the show did that. Kind of, technically. The Doctor was all three ghosts of Christmas, whatever. But I think the first Doctor... Right, this is also... Stand by this. David Bradley should play Scrooge in some form. Like, that would be perfect casting. David Bradley is literally, like, made for the role of Scrooge. I've watched him read A Christmas Carol live at a theatre before, and it was brilliant. Like, but if he actually played Scrooge, whether that be the Doctor, the first Doctor, that'd be quite cool. But yeah, David Bradley should play Scrooge. Thoughts on the Timeless Doctors film? I haven't seen it. I don't think it's out. Is it? That's the big fan film where they're adding all the Doctors together, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, no, it looks really cool. Having all the Doctors on screen for the 60th, that's going to be pretty funky for a fan film. What did you think about Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania? It was just like the rest of the Marvel drivel that comes out at the moment. It was funny a bit, it was alright a bit, it was fine. I didn't feel like I wasted my money when I went to watch it, unlike Thor Love and Thunder. I genuinely can't stand Thor Love and Thunder. Not a single part of that movie is good. It wasn't funny, it doesn't look good, the acting's atrocious, the character work is just mid at best. They've wasted a really cool villain and actor, and oh, dearie me. But yeah, no, Marvel I don't think is in the best position at the moment. The only ones I probably properly care about are like Spider-Man and maybe Captain America, like the new Captain America, the Falcon. He's cool. But yeah, and I mean Wakanda Forever was quite good, to be fair, but the rest of it has been a bit naff. Hello, Brit Animations. For those of you who don't know, that's Rory, and he is playing a Dalek and Davros in Echoes End 3, so big shout out. Which Doctor Who episode is so bad that you won't ever watch it again? The only episode of Doctor Who I've only watched about twice in my entire life, which twice is still 1 times more than most people, is Sleep No More. Capaldi's great, I love Capaldi. Jenna Coleman as Clara is fantastic, but what is that episode? It's just bizarre. Like the sleep dust and, I don't know, the found footage. It's a nice experiment of an episode, I don't know. It's yeah, I'm being quite negative at the moment. Let's get some positivity in here, but I don't know, it's not my favourite episode. Do you think there could be a spin-off show with Smith and Jones, Martha and Mickey Smith? Not Mickey Smith, because Noel Clarke is not a great person. You guys can look that up for yourself, and all of that stuff, but yeah. Having Martha in a spin-off show would be pretty cool, though. And I reckon it's achievable, because there was, I think there was a post, like, December time, where Freema Agyeman, the actress who plays Martha, was with the Doctor Who casting director, or something like that, so maybe they were discussing a spin-off, because obviously there's the rumours of the Unit spin-off, maybe Martha's in the Unit spin-off, something like that. I think Paul Rudd should be the best Doctor. He went back in time to get the Infinity Stones. Yeah, no, Paul Rudd's great. What a chad. Speaking of perfect casting, tangentially related to Doctor Who, think about James Corden, aka Craig, as Tom Bombadil. I don't know what this is or who that is. Robert Pattinson as the Doctor, says James Robert. Maybe, no. I don't know. I think he's too conventionally attractive, because the Doctor's got to be a bit weird. But then, I don't know, maybe shooty as well. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Maybe he'd... I think most actors, as long as they can command the scene and they're a bit quirky, most people could play the Doctor, because there's so many different ways you can take the character. But yeah, I don't know, maybe. Goodbye, Black Series Supreme Leader Kylo. Thank you for joining us on the stream. Clara is the worst. Oof, that's controversial. No, I think Clara's great. She's, yeah, got a great arc over 3 series, which is a bit inconsistent, to be fair. But yeah. Whatever that name is. Hello, it's great to see you again. Thank you. It's great to have you in the live chat, as ever. But Jake Pierce, I kind of hope they're just outright retcon the Martha Mickey thing. Yeah, I hope it's just not brought up. Like, yeah, no. Brit Animations, I kind of like Sleep No More. Yeah, no, I don't know. I think it's the weakest of Gatiss' stories, in my opinion. It's one of the weakest of the revival of Doctor Who. There's just something about it that I can't really get behind. Like, I like a lot of Gatiss' other work, though. Gatiss, solid writer. And on Sherlock as well. It's quite good. We need a theatrical Doctor Who movie with the same cast from the TV show. Yes, we do. And we're kind of getting that for the 60th, because it's going to be big 3-parter, whack it all together, it's like one massive movie. Hopefully they'll show the 60th in cinemas, because they did for the 50th, so there is always the tiny, tiny possibility, but it's still a possibility. Maybe. If you could control what season on the Doctor Who Blu-ray box sets come out next, which one would you pick? I don't really know, to be honest. There's so many classic seasons, I can't remember which ones are on DVD and which ones aren't, because I haven't been able to watch them all or buy them all or keep up with it all, but I'd do a William Hartnell one, because there's only been one of those, I think, and William Hartnell episodes should be shown more, in my opinion, but yeah. If you I mean, it'd be great to have 14 meet Martha. It would be great to have 14 meet Martha. What episode made you laugh out loud the most? I don't know. Doctor Who's not necessarily a laugh out loud show. I find a lot of the writing it's really nicely, like, it makes you just have like a little chuckle inside, and you appreciate the wittiness of the back and forths between the character, rather than it being a laugh out loud thing. I don't know. As a kid, I will admit, I did find Love and Monsters quite funny at parts. And I think, well, I'd say even now, Love and Monsters is hilarious to watch as a group of, like, getting a group of people sat around the sofa just going, like, what are we watching? Which is a video on this channel. But yeah, no, there's a lot of fun to be had in bad episodes. I'll tell you what's a very funny scene that's unintentionally funny is the Doctor and Craig, when Craig's getting converted into a Cyberman. That scene makes me feel embarrassed to be a Doctor Who fan, but Closing Time's quite a funny episode. So, I don't know, maybe Closing Time. That's a very waffly answer to a very simple question. I think my dream Doctor casting would either be Nicholas Hoult or bringing back Jo Martin as an entirely new incarnation. A Fugitive Doctor spin-off, yeah, I think they should do a Fugitive Doctor spin-off. Jo Martin's great, give her more to do. Flame Fury says, do you think Simon Pegg should be the next Doctor Who for the future after Shooty? Simon Pegg would be a really good Doctor Who. Like, if you've watched the film The World's End, the way he plays Gary King, obviously minus the alcoholism, I think would be a fun Doctor. A Doctor like that's quite immature, running around the place. Obviously you'd have to change quite a few things, but that archetype of a character, the look, the vibe, he'd be a really cool Doctor. But Simon Pegg's already been in Doctor Who, but then that doesn't stop people, does it? Because Colin Baker was in Doctor Who, Capaldi was in Doctor Who, and then they come in, and David Tennant had a lot of roles in Doctor Who, which is also another video I'm working on, and have been working on for months, but yeah. Anyway, where are we? I would love to see Missy in her own spin-off, since time is relative. Yeah, a Missy spin-off would be really good. I stand by, I think Missy should be the final incarnation of the Master, because I always think the Master ultimately should have a kind of happy ending in that they should be good when they die. Yeah, Sacha Darwin, as much as I love his portrayal of the Master, he's probably one of, if not my favourite Master. It's a shame to go from Missy straight back to evil. I think people should explore whether the Master can be good, which is also seen in Doctor Who, Echoes End 1, Echoes End 2, and the upcoming Echoes End 3. But, oh, whoops. I would love to see Missy in her own spin-off, yeah. The World's End legit sounds like a classic Doctor Who episode title. It does. It's a Doctor Who-y plot, to be fair, The World's End. It's got, like, Doctor Who vibes to it. It's not very Doctor Who, but it's bits of Doctor Who in there. It's from the Cornetto Trilogy of films, if you've seen any of those, which I would recommend. Timeless Whovian, can't wait for Echoes End 3. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're hyped. Missy. I love Dwan. Yeah, Sacha Darwin's brilliant. People as well, I think I've missed a bunch of questions throughout this live stream. Feel free to just do it again. Hot take, I don't like the Fugitive Doctor, says Vortex. Ooh, that is a hot take. I think she's really cool. I think the best part about Jo Martin's Fugitive Doctor is the ability, which I think all Doctors should have, but she has it in, like, spades, is to just walk into a room and everyone's eyes are on her. She's got the power. As soon as she walks into a room, it is like she is the central focus. Like, yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, no, someone's just pointed out in the chat. I do have one poster for each of the Cornetto Trilogy behind me. I'd completely forgotten that. But, yeah. What else have we got? If Peter Capaldi ever joins Big Finish, I would love him to do a story with Paul McGann. That would be really cool. Peter Capaldi in any Doctor. I really want a multi-Doctor story with Capaldi. Obviously, we did have him on the show with David Bradley, but it's not the same. Give him a younger Doctor to bounce off. I think that'll be intriguing dynamic. I remember hearing a little while ago that Ruby Sunday might have potentially been in the Xmas special. Have you heard anything similar? Yes, no, she will be. The first episode with Shooty and Ruby Sunday, so the 15th Doctor and Ruby Sunday, is going to be Christmas, or the Christmas period. Whether that's Christmas, Boxing Day, New Year's, we don't officially know yet, but it's very likely to be Christmas, which is really exciting. Randall Wilson asks, how long will Doctor Who Echoes 3 be altogether? Third Echoes film is probably... It will be feature length, like the other two. I don't know if it'll be as long as the second one. Saying this, I always say that and it ends up being longer, so it's probably going to be about an hour and a half. That's, yeah, realistically, probably about an hour and a half. Dorian was also a very fascinating character. Would love to see RTD explore his universe. Yeah. What was one thing you want to see for Series 14? Oh, I don't know. I just want a lot of freshness, because bringing classic villains in is always cool, but making new iconic villains which will become classics in future would be really cool. So I kind of hope, like Series 1 of Russell's OG era, you had the Slitheen. I want something like that, a monster which is iconic, can be used in other spin-offs and all this. So yeah, create some really cool new characters, but also bring some characters back. Why not? Bring some monsters back. It's always fun to see. Do you think we will get the Trickster back as a villain on the main show? I don't know. I've talked about this briefly in a video like a few weeks ago, but I don't know whether the Trickster would fully work in actual Doctor Who, but maybe he would. I don't know. I think you should have someone like the Meddling Monk come back, which is why I put him in Echoes End 2. But yeah, no. Yeah, bringing back classic villains is always cool. What's your hottest take on Doctor Who? Hottest take on Doctor Who? I do have a series on the channel, which I haven't made an episode of in like 2 years, but Controversial Opinions. You can go and watch that for some controversial Doctor Who takes. I'm trying to think. The most controversial Doctor Who opinion I'd have, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm relatively I think David Tennant's good, like Capaldi, like Matt Smith. I like all of Doctor Who. I don't hate any of it, really, which is a shame, because then I'd have something controversial to say. But, no. Do you think 15 will get a normal post-regen story or time skip? I hope there's a time skip, because I like seeing the oh wow, the Doctor's going goofy off regeneration energy, but we've seen it 101 million times. Give us just a fresh start, let him regenerate at the end of Christmas, and then he, bam, comes in, meets Ruby, off on adventures. That would be pretty cool. Do you think we will get to see the Trickster? Are there any other alien species from Sarah Jane Adventures we like to see on Doctor Who? I don't know. I think the thing is, anything can work on Doctor Who. Literally anything could happen. Anyone can be in it. Any alien, any monster ever could be in it. So, yeah, anything would be great. I read somewhere that Doctor Who Series 14 opener is going to be a two-parter. Maybe, we don't know. Nothing's been officially confirmed. Could be cool. Are you going to Liverpool Comic Con on the 1st and 2nd of April? I will not be going, but it's really cool that Matt Smith and Michelle Gomez are, so anyone who's going to that, have fun. Hope you enjoy. The Trickster is going to be in DW 2012 Series 5, I know, and that is going to be very exciting. Because, yeah, no, that's going to be great to see. I can't wait to see where they go with all that. It's going to be vibey. 11 peaked in the 11th hour. Yeah, actually, if that's a controversial take, I'll possibly back it. I don't think the 11th Doctor ever has a better character than in that episode. Maybe. He has some cool speeches. Oh, right, here's a little bit of a controversial take. The Rings of Akaten, I think that speech is a little bit waffly. Like, what's he actually saying? It sounds really cool, but when you actually sort of break down what he's saying, he's just sort of going like, whoa, I'm really sad and old, and whoa, and it's kind of like, alright mate, you're shouting at a sun, what are you doing? But, I don't know, I still love it, because the music, the acting, the performance, the hype behind it, the visuals, it's such a good scene, but it's a little bit of a waffly speech. Who's your favourite Doctor? Mine are Patrick Troughton, John Pertwee, Tom Baker, David Tennant and Matt Smith, says Flame Fury. Capaldi is my favourite. David Tennant is close, he's really cool. Matt Smith's really cool. Yeah, they're all really cool. I don't know, I love Christopher Eccleston as well. And I love Sylvester McCoy. And Patrick Troughton's great as well. All Doctors are great, but Capaldi's the best. There we go. I think seeing Paul McGann next week, I might be seeing Paul McGann next weekend at Exeter Comic Con. Good luck with that. I hope, yeah, Paul McGann, I've met him once and he's really, really nice. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy. Peter Capaldi is my favourite. Yeah, no, based. I agree. I always took the Rings of Akaten speech was the Doctor venting his emotion. Yeah, that does make sense. I mean, as I wasn't saying it was a bad scene. I just think it's one of those, sometimes Doctor Who speeches. Actually, no, I do have a controversial take on Doctor Who speeches. Capaldi, as I've mentioned, Capaldi is my favourite Doctor, but his regeneration, right, it goes on far too long. It's a bit too waffly, and he just starts spouting random stuff. And I get it, the behind the scenes, Capaldi wanted to add in the bit where he's like, children can hear your name if their hearts are in the right place. But it doesn't mean anything. It's like, I love it for the fact that I love Capaldi's Doctor. It's his send-off, and Capaldi got to have his own influence with the whole Doctor, I let you go. That's really nice. But at the same time, why is he saying don't eat pears and all of this? It's like, come on, get on with it. Like, it's why I love Jodie Whittaker's regeneration. Like, it's so sort of, she gets onto that cliff top, she says a few words, some are quite poetic, it's very in character, tag, you're it, and bam, regeneration. And also, it's visually really interesting. Whereas I think the 12th Doctor's regeneration, by that point, we'd seen every Doctor regenerate in the TARDIS, and it was boring. So, yeah, it's a shame because Capaldi's my favourite Doctor, but I think he has the worst regeneration out of the New Who bunch. Did the Beep the Meep Doctor Who comic book YouTube channel get their videos deleted by BBC for copyright? I had no idea that existed, so I have no idea, sadly. Saddest moment ever in Doctor Who might be Donna's memory wipe. That is, it's such a good scene. What do you think of Jodie's last episode of Doctor Who? I think it was a little bit all over the place, but really, really fun. Like, genuinely so much fun. Yeah, I hadn't had that much fun watching an episode in years. I still sometimes just whack it on, like while I'm working in the background and watch it. Guardians of the Edge was brilliant. As I say, the regeneration was brilliant. John Bishop disappearing at the start was a bit random, but you're just sort of, there's so much going on, you don't have time to think about it. But the companion support group was great as well. It was a fun episode, and I think it was deserving of celebrating the BBC's 100 years. Once again, if I've missed your questions, start commenting, because I'm going to finish this live stream when it hits an hour, which is 6 minutes time, so get your questions in, and then, yeah, then I'll be off. Any hopes for the 60th Series 14 intro themes? Yeah, no, I hope there's proper new music and new iconic, like, obviously you've got to have the, like, do 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 do. You've got to have that, but, like, yeah, give it some oomph, give it something new. Don't make it quiet. It needs to be really, like, energetic. Boom. It's what I love about the Christopher Eccleston and David Tennant intro. It's so, like, bam, it gets you hyped immediately, and you're just going like, wow, can't wait. Revival eras ranked, says Rory. Good question. Right. Top, we are going to have to give it to Russell T Davies, that era. If we go by Doctors, I'll do that. Actually, no. All of Russell T Davies, David Tennant, Christopher Eccleston, that is the top. That is the best Doctor Who has been, in my opinion. Now, that's not to say things like Capaldi's era had Series 10, which is my favourite series, but you've got to bear in mind the public consciousness, how much, like, people cared and all of that stuff. Yeah, Doctor Who was thriving in the Russell era. So the Russell era is number 1. Number 2, Stephen Moffat era, but if we're going by Doctors, I'd go number 2, Capaldi era. So if we go Tennant, Eccleston, Capaldi, this is in terms of era rankings, Smith, then Whittaker, which is a shame, but yeah, that's the way I'm going to put it, I think. Because I think Matt Smith, Series 6, is a bit waffly. There's a lot of randomness in there, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but yeah. Right, what else? When, Series 4... Series 4's intro theme, in my opinion, is still the best. Yeah, it is. I haven't heard the Unbound Big Finish one, but Series 4's is great. Would love for them to use the Doctor Who Middle 8 as part of the theme, like McCoy's. Yes. Bring back the Middle 8 and such. It's always fun. Apart from Voyage of the Damned, we need a proper TV story where the Doctor intervenes with the real Titanic in 1912. Yeah, maybe. I think you'd run the risk of it being too similar to Voyage of the Damned, so maybe, maybe not. What historical events would you like to see in Doctor Who? Well, in the video I did a while back where it's like what I'd do if I was showrunner, my friend Osh wrote this fantastic story about Alan Turing, the guy who did the Enigma code. Having the Doctor go there would be quite cool, so maybe something like that. I also think, obviously you could never do it because it would be offensive and the BBC would get cancelled and stuff, but going back to the Bible, like back all that time, because the Doctor says in one of the episodes, he's like, oh, I'll tell you a story. What actually happened on Easter was... And then he gets cut off. So just seeing David Tennant go to the Easter story, something like that would be really fun. But obviously, that's not a time you could probably do without causing people offence, so maybe it's best to steer away from that. What other historical events are there, though? I don't know. Obviously, Doctor Who's delved into the witch trials before, but I think there's more that could be done with that, maybe. That could be quite cool. Yeah. I want that, but damn, that would get the series killed. Yeah, it would. Do you think Donna will remember the Doctor in the 6th anniversary specials? Well, I'll have to not answer that question now, because I filmed a video before this talking about that exact topic, and that video probably will be out tomorrow. So, ooh, spoilers for tomorrow's video. If I end up editing it, and maybe I'll get distracted, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to bring this live stream to a close. So if you've got any final questions, quickly whack them in the chat before we bring it over. But yeah, as I say, thank you all very much for watching. Sorry about the lack of uploads. I will be uploading more as time goes on, because yeah, uni work and filming Echoes 3 is taking up a lot of my time. But yeah, I'll get videos back when there's news, because also there hasn't been that much Doctor Who news recently. It's sort of been relatively quiet. Final question I'll answer is jelly babies or fish fingers? Jelly babies. Fish fingers are mid, in my opinion. They're not bad. I will have them, but they're not as good. Jelly babies are great. Thank you for a great stream, says Daniel. Thank you very much. And yeah, thank you to everyone, all of you at home. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. Liking, and genuinely, if you haven't subscribed, please do, because it really helps me out a lot. It allows me to keep this as my sort of part-time job. So yeah, thank you very much, and let me figure out how to